Boom! How are we doing, guys? I'm so tired. Hey guys, just got back from the gym after a long day of site visits across the country, but I thought I'd make this quick video for you guys on an important subject, and that is motivation. Not how do you build up motivation to start doing something, but more importantly, how do you maintain that motivation so you can continue to work hard on a project until you achieve something meaningful. We're talking not weeks or months, but years and years so that you can achieve something substantial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my top 3 tips for maintaining motivation so you can achieve your goals. So my first tip would be to set a goal and visualize it in detail. Now when I say in detail, I mean, imagine if your goal is to become an athlete and break a record of 100 meters, imagine yourself running through that finish line. Imagine a crowd roaring your name. Imagine the sweat dripping from your forehead. Go into that much detail. If you plan to be a successful businessman or earn a lot of money, imagine yourself in the car that you desire. Not just say, I want to own an expensive car when I've made it, but picture yourself in the exact car in the exact color that you aspire to achieve. Picture in that vivid detail and dream it every single night. And hopefully that will indent it into your mind. My second tip would be to make sure your intention for doing or achieving that goal is clear. Make sure it's clear in your head and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. For example, if a smoker decides to quit because their friend told them it would be a good idea to quit, chances are they won't be pursuing or motivated enough to achieve that goal. If, however, they were told by a doctor that they're at risk of a heart attack or another serious illness due to the fact they're smoking, then they're more likely to be motivated for a longer period of time to quit smoking. So make sure your reason for achieving what you want to achieve is clear and vivid in your head, and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. If that's the case, then chances are you'll be able to stick at it because you can constantly remind yourself of why you're doing it. And if it's a motive enough reason, you'll get up and you'll make sure you do the nitty-gritty bits that you'll need to do to ultimately get something done. Now, my third and final tip for maintaining motivation for a longer period of time is to break your goal into manageable chunks. So a lot of people make the mistake of setting such a massive ambitious goal, which is fine, but then only setting that goal and then always thinking they're so far away from that goal that they ultimately disappoint and demotivate themselves. So in order to get over that, make sure you set smaller, frequent, achievable goals that you can measure your progress by. For example, if your aim is to lose 50 pounds, set yourself goals of losing a couple of pounds every few weeks. And then when you achieve those, you know you're making progress, and that will keep you motivated to achieve your longer term goal. But if you're just thinking, I need to lose 50 pounds, I need to lose 50 pounds, I need to lose 50 pounds, chances are you can easily fall into a demotivated trap and find yourself quitting very early on. So what were those 3 tips? Firstly, we said make sure that you visualize your goal on a regular basis. So every night or every morning, look in the mirror and just visualize yourself having achieved that goal. So if it was to own a business empire, picture yourself having done that. If it was to be an Olympic athlete, picture yourself in that moment. If it's to lose some weight, picture the new improved version of your physique. So visualize it in extreme detail, as much detail as possible, and make that a religious duty upon yourself. Make it a ritual. By doing so, it's proven that the brain cannot differentiate between a vivid imagination and picturing of something and it actually happening. So your brain becomes accustomed to this new you. Secondly, we said make sure that your intention for why you're doing what you're going to set out to do is clear. If your intention is not clear and you're doing it for the wrong reasons, or you're distracted by something someone said, or you're doing it to prove someone wrong, chances are you may fall short. So make sure your reason is clear for why you're doing it and set out for it. And third and finally, we said to make sure you take your big goal, your big ambition, and break it down into tiny, manageable chunks. You don't want to be falling under the stress of thinking you have so much to do, and so break it down into manageable chunks which are easier to achieve, and every time you hit that milestone, it will give you a new boost of motivation, so you prepare to motivate yourself. Okay, quick bonus tip. It's very common for people to run out of motivation. So you get yourself hyped, you watch a motivational video, you read a book, and suddenly you're pumped to go out and achieve what you want to achieve. And what you find is a few weeks or a few months down the line, you're just tired of going to the gym, or you're tired of working those 24-hour days through the night. So my trick there is to make sure you're constantly giving yourself a boost of motivation. Constantly feed yourself a little bit of motivation. You don't need to go really hard and absorb yourself into loads of motivation, but just constantly give yourself a little bit more. Read a bit more of a book, watch a video, go out and see someone that's achieved what you're achieving just to motivate yourself. And by continually topping up your motivation, you'll find that you don't run too far low into your reservoirs that you find yourself wanting to quit. Good luck, guys. Whoa, hold up. I forgot to mention, if you found this video enjoyable or useful, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with any of your friends that may benefit from this. Thanks a lot, guys.